But the God-fearing one,
Yeah.
that was my number one.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were not going to church, we were not praying together at that time, it made me question, God, like, what's going on? Hi, elenemfam.
What is going on, elenemfam?
Welcome back to another video. So today we are checking if we checked all the boxes on our Umjolo checklist.
Yeah.
The tall, dark, handsome,
Connecting beard.
long beard.
Oh, wow. Wow, babe. Wow.
Okay, alright.
It's a few seconds in the video and you're already taking some shots. Okay, let's see how this is gonna end.
Wow, okay. My name is Letho, guys, also known as Alkuma, and if you are returning to our channel, welcome. We appreciate your support, and if you are new, welcome as well. Please do follow us on our social media pages. We're going to leave the link on our description box, and if you have been with us and you're not following us on Instagram,
what are you doing?
You are missing out.
What are you doing?
You are definitely missing out. We are going to leave the link on the description box. And this is my husband
with a goatee, a long beard that shaves his side beard.
Who's going to introduce himself?
What's happening, elenemfam? My name is Mr. Champ to the Die. I have not changed to Mr. Champ to the Die. The leader of the New York School Capital of the winning team, man of integrity from the highest house of society, the principal of principles, Mr. DJ, would you play my song? My life is a disaster, Umjolo nerasta ilipete pasta ga pasta, eyatatwa ngukasta, also known as Umkhulu wabakhulu, abakhulu kakhulu, abakhulele kwamkhulu nobakhulu, kwasokhulu komkhulu, also known as Buddha and Dala, Yan of the Fondanes, Rotman of the Magwadins, sorry, can't Tolagala. Welcome back yet to another video. My wife has already said, guys, almost sounded like a DJ there. She's saying that we are checking.
DJ Umjolo.
Oh, talking of Umjolo, guys, thank you so much for your support and the love that she showed us. 2 weeks back, or yeah, the other weekend, not this past one, the other weekend, we were on Umjolo's show called Siselu Tandweni, Utsidi, no Bobster. So we thank you ever so much, man. We really had fun doing that interview, so thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I continue, where do I start? Okay, I was just saying, guys, yeah, my wife has already said that. Did she meet the requirements? Obviously, it's not going to change anything. We are married now. Married, yeah. But do those checklist? Not playlists, guys. Not playlists. It's not a game, so it's not a playlist. So, babe, did you have a playlist? A checklist? Maybe you can have an Umjolo playlist, like, you know, when you are thinking about tummy. Yeah. So did you have like a checklist to say this is the kind of guy that I want? This is the kind of, all those things. I
think I did have a list, even though I didn't write it down to say this is what exactly I want. But I did pray for a man, and after that, I sort of like knew exactly what I want. Yes,
so you're one of those.
Yes, I prayed. I had to pray and say, God, I really need, after the relationship I had, I was like, God, like, honestly, I need to pray now. I can't just jump into a relationship. Because clearly, if you just jump into it, it doesn't work out. So I prayed, and then afterwards, I just had a list that I didn't write down. It was so brief, I didn't have to write it down, honestly.
Oh, so you didn't have a long one.
It wasn't long, so I knew that I wanted that kind of man. Even though afterwards I didn't go back to God and say, okay, God, this is the list again. From letter, so this person must be 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you, did you have one?
I think I also had like not an imaginary one, but it was in my head, like it was a mental one. I had a mental note to say, but I sort of did have, but I didn't pray about it. I was just hoping for it. I was just hoping for certain things.
Like a preference type of thing, like this is what I would like to have. What was on the list?
On the list, oh, I remember. It was actually a wish list. Yeah, it was a wish list, really. I didn't think it was something that was gonna actually
That was
materialize.
possible.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, I need someone to be beautiful. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I needed someone to be beautiful because one thing I understood was that I'm attracted to beautiful things. And I'm not referring to women as things, but then I'm just saying, like, I also, like, your eye is gonna notice when someone is beautiful. So for me, it was gonna be unfair if I'm working with someone that I don't think is beautiful, and then I see someone that I think is beautiful, and then now my eyes starts wandering. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? She has to be beautiful. But then I also didn't want someone who was not in touch with their background, like where they come from. I mean, I come from the rural Eastern Cape, like I'm from a village, so I'm a village boy. So I needed someone who understands that part as well. But also lives in a modern way. Now this is very complicated, right? Because I'm thinking which is why I thought it was unattainable. So I was like, it's either I get someone beautiful but doesn't know that, like, their background, they don't understand those kind of things. Like when I get home, they're not gonna understand my family and all those things. So that was basically my list. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's so short.
Yeah, it was a short one.
Yeah.
It was really bothering me. I said, this person must be beautiful.
Yeah.
They must be able to speak their own language.
Yeah.
It was very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very important. I didn't really care like with which culture or tribe they come from, but they must be able to speak their own language. That demonstrated that they understand their roots. That's
wow. Guys, what do you think about that list?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't care whether anything else. Yeah. I didn't care about it. Yeah. When
For me, obviously tall, dark and handsome, which I got. He's so handsome, baby. Like,
thank you, man. Hands on. I'm hands on. I'm hands on.
Okay, cool.
Not handsome.
Tall, dark and handsome, and also he had to be closer. I don't know, I had that thing, Jay, with closer guys. I didn't know the closer guys could hurt you.
Yeah,
now
but
no murder. It will end in tears. I didn't know about their reputation. Honestly,
Thank God.
I knew nothing about closer guys. I just liked the language.
Yeah.
So like, you know, if I could just get a closer guy for myself, and then
you're playing with fire there.
And he had to be older than me, and God-fearing. Like he has to be a man of God, because I always had that thing. We're gonna be at church, worshiping together. You know, like that's like you. That one was number one.
The God-fearing.
God-fearing. You have to be God-fearing.
God-fearing, closer, dark man.
God-fearing, older than me, and then closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
dark, light.
Definitely dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short, tall.
Tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did say tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, I thought it was just a thing.
No.
So it is a real thing.
It is a thing, and I think that one was influenced by people because everyone wants a tall, dark, and handsome man. Then when you look at it, it's not such a bad thing. I mean, to have a tall, dark, and handsome chocolate, you know.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was your list matched though?
Before you mentioned that you were looking for, like, you were hoping for a closer man. Actually, as I got to Wits, with me having this list in mind, then there was one thing that I realized about Zulu girls. Zulu girls can speak this English with a twang, and then they will speak. But then, when they were talking amongst themselves, they would use their own language, you know, and you could. I love the Zulu language, by the way. So I'm like, I think this wouldn't be bad. So when I was creating that list, I think it was based on a Zulu girl. Yeah. So I was like, Zulu girls can still be very modern. Like when you speak to them, you're approaching them, you're like, hi ladies, how do you guys do? And then they'll be like, yeah, we're good, thank you, how you doing? So, and then, let's see, I see a peel up, about that kind of thing. So for me, that was important as well. You are Zulu. You are beautiful, very beautiful. You are what was on that list? You understand your background, so you're very
also
rooted. Village girl that lives a modern life. Check. So for me,
I checked all the boxes.
I think so, but there's one thing that I don't really know though, ne? Whether it was, I don't know what, because there was a thing about dark-skinned girls with me.
Yes, because you love like Kelly Rowland, you love Tony
Brandy,
Braxton and
Tony
Brandy,
Braxton.
like those were your crushes.
Yeah.
So
it always fascinated me.
yeah.
So I don't know, I don't really know that it was, but it was not part of the list.
Yeah.
That one was like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But brown girls would appeal more when I see them at the time. So sorry, babe, you didn't meet that one.
For me,
yeah.
I think you met like obviously it's called dark and handsome.
Yeah.
Older than me.
Yeah. Connecting beard.
Kosa. But the God-fearing one.
Yeah.
That was my number one.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were not going to church, we were not praying together at that time, it made me question, God, like what's going on? Like I prayed for a man and you knew my list.
Yeah.
And now you're bringing me this man who doesn't even, go to church, worship you, doesn't even listen to gospel music. Because I remember how annoyed you get, like when I started playing gospel, you're like, they keep saying the same thing, like buy it all the time.
You're gonna change the lyrics at some point. Saying you know my name. Yeah, so he knows your name.
Like you didn't even want to listen to gospel music. So that thing made me question whether you were from God.
Yeah.
Like because I prayed for a man, but I didn't really bring my list to God. But I was like, surely God, if you're gonna bring me a man, that man must at least belong to you.
Yes.
Or
yes.
worship you or acknowledge you.
Yeah.
No, you can't just take anyone and say, okay, here's a man. You said you wanted a man, here's a man.
Yeah.
But what I thought at that time was like, Joseph had a dream, and
Martin Luther had a dream.
Joseph had a dream, and when he went into the pit, he didn't forget about that dream. So when our relationship was in the pit because we didn't believe in God, I was like, I'm not gonna allow this pit to ruin my dream.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna continue with this relationship because I feel like there's gonna be a time where we're at the palace, So I feel like I didn't give up on that dream. I was like, you don't tick all the boxes, but this is my dream. And eventually you're gonna be at the palace.
Wow, that's beautiful. I didn't know that about that part. I didn't know that it was that deep. Like now we're throwing some Bible scriptures and stuff. But that's very beautiful. So with that being said, do you think having a list, babe, is a good or a bad thing, or you have like it doesn't matter?
I think it is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it is a good thing, but I think first you must seek God first, because God will then give you your desires so that they are whatever that list is aligned with His purpose for your life. Because the Bible goes on to even say, many are the plans in the man's heart, and only God's purpose will prevail, or something like that. Yeah. So just seek God and then have your list. It will guide you, because you don't want to just go into a relationship not knowing exactly what you want, only to find out at a later stage that thing doesn't work for you. But also don't stick to that list too much. Don't be too strict on that list, because just trust God that whatever or whoever God brings in your life is the right person for you, and you'll be able, and it's for your good as well. But seek God first, and then you get the spirit of discernment when you meet that person.
Amen. Yeah, I also think it is important to have a list, obviously a list can change depending on what season you also are in, but it helps you in terms of certain things, like with you, God-fearing. If someone is not God-fearing, then I don't even, it might depend on the circumstances, but at least your decisions are gonna be informed by what you are seeing at that moment. Because I mean, you can see here, I don't think there's only one tall, dark, man, all those things. There's one. So if you meet that one, and then there's this one, that's a very big thing for you. Then probably that's not the one that God is saying. But I like what you're saying, that if you put this on God and say, God, this is what's happening, He will give you those desires, because the Bible does say that He actually gives us the desires of our heart. Therefore, you find yourself desiring this kind of man, that kind of man, that kind of man, because you might go against God kanti usifaka kwenye nje into where the guy is not going to treat you right. He checks all these boxes, but there's this box that he doesn't check. So yeah, I think it's important to have just to keep yourself in check.
Okay. So, but before we end the video, guys, I just want to say, I don't recommend, according to me, that you date someone who is not Christian if you are Christian or if you are born again. Someone that you are not equally. I know I did it, and you might think I'm being a hypocrite by saying you shouldn't do it. But one day we will do a video just to explain why I feel that way. I honestly don't recommend it, but. Yeah, I know I did it. I know I did it.
It doesn't always end the way.
Same.
Okay. So before we end this video, we're just gonna quickly jump into the notification gang and also our favorite comments from our dance challenge. There was a lot of videos, people laughing at us, abanye be jealous because we can dance better than them. You guys didn't know that we could dance, right? Yeah, we got you. So if you haven't seen that video, please do go and check it out. So, notification gang shout out goes to
Namhla
and to Dumahlaule, and then we go into
the comments.
Oh yeah, comments. Our favorite comments.
Okay, it's Abu Azak.
Yeah, and that person is always commenting. So I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. Abu Azak. You think so?
Yeah.
Abu Azak, please let us know what you are.
Abu
Azak. Nomfundo silangwe
Sinoyolo Makaula
Siphelele Xulu
Zanele Manqongoza
Thandeka Gugu
Litha Nkephu
Xolani Vuma
Phumla Hobe
Buhle Nelani
Amanda Mbiti
and Musesi Oliver.
Thank you guys so much for commenting on our videos. We really appreciate it.
it.
Please also do share on your social media pages and
yes,
especially on Instagram. You can take Letho&Mbulelo.
Yeah, please do share our videos. It really does help, guys, like so that more people can get to see our funny dance moves, and people might learn a thing or two, man. LNM,
we love you so much, family,
and we appreciate you.
Goodbye.
Is it a kiss or a hug?
I don't know. Ah, baby.
elenemfam.
Yes, elenemfam. What do you think about our sweaters?
Yeah. Water.
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 Okay, this heart actually connects.
Yeah. And then the girl is kissing the boy.
The girl is kissing.